Okay, today we're going to look at how to read a function. Let's look at an example. Okay, so if we look at this example here, okay, we're given a parabola. All right, this is a concave downward, so that we know, but we can see the different points, integer points, I'll say. Let's look at the integer points. It has an infinite number of points on it, but let's focus on the integer points. So let me copy this with some of the points on there. Let's see if it'll show. Okay, here we go. So if we look at this, all right, so if we look at this, we can see the points on this graph, okay? So this point here, remember that a point is in the, okay, now let me copy, all right. Let's not move that, I want to write. All right, so if we look at this, this is x, y normally, okay? But since we're dealing with a function, y is equal to f of x. So this is my f of x value. So basically what that means is, all right, that means if x is equal to 0, then f of 0 is equal to 4. That's all it means. It's just the y coordinate, okay? And this would be a y-intercept because it's on the y-axis, okay? We look over here, we have the point -1, 3. So when x is -1, the function is equal to 3, okay? So that's mean f of -1 is equal to 3. So that says this is my x, f of x. That means that f of -1 is equal to 3, the y value, okay? So that's the y value. So again, just remember that y is equal to the f of x. It's just a different notation. And so here we have when x is equal to -2, then the y value or f of x value is equal to 0. So that means that in this case, f of -2 will be equal to 0 because that's the y value, okay? That's the y value, okay? Over here, what would be, what would f of 2 be? F of 2, in this case, will be equal to 0, okay? So all they're saying is, what is the y value? So that means y equals 0 here, y equals 0 here. These are your x-intercepts because they're on the x-axis. Here, okay, moving down, if we say find f of -3, f of -3 would be equal to -5, okay? That's just saying when x is -3, the y value is equal to -5, all right? The y value is equal to -5. And when x is 3 here, the y value is also -5, all right? So that's how you read a function, all right? And so here we have f of 3 will be equal to -5. F of -3 is equal to -5 also, okay? So we have the y-intercept, we have x-intercepts, we have a parabola that's concave downward. Now, to find the domain deals with the x values, okay? You do least to greatest, all right? You cannot bound the infinity or negative infinity. So if you look at this, this is going to continue to go down, okay? It's going to continue to go out. So it's going to go, the x values, okay, will continue to decrease here, all right? So the minimum x value that x can be is negative infinity, okay? It's going to go all the way to negative infinity, some negative number. And then the maximum x value, again, that's going to go all the way down, okay, to positive infinity. So The domain would be all real numbers. There are no restrictions, okay? The smallest x value is negative infinity. The largest x value is infinity. Now, with the range is a little different, okay? Again, we go least to greatest, okay? So least to greatest. So that, in this case, I'm going to have to look down, okay, and then go up. So the lowest y value, again, that parabola is going to continue to go down, okay? So the lowest y value, again, will be negative infinity. You cannot bound negative infinity. And then the highest, we stop here. This is the highest point. That's the peak point. That's the maximum point. So the y value for that corresponds to the 4. So that's 4. And we close it because that's inclusive, okay? This bracket means inclusive. So that's the domain and the range of this parabola here, okay? And so now you know how to read the function notation, okay? To find f of -1, we just look at the graph. You see when x is -1, then the corresponding y value is 3. Okay, there's a 3 here. You can see it. There's a 3 here. This is a 1. This is -1. This is -2. This is 2. Okay. And so f of 2, when x is 2, y, the corresponding y value is 0. When x is 3, go to your graph, the corresponding y value is -5. Okay. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please let me know.